need to turn this inside out. So I've put my cord inside the fabric, but what I'm also going to do is I've got one end of the cord in it and I've got the other end here. This bit here is what I want it to stay in. This bit here is what I'm going to use to help to pull it all the way through. So I've trapped both of them inside there, and now I'm going to stitch. I'm going to stitch that down, secure it, top stitch it, secure it so it doesn't break and get away, and then I'm going to sew on top of it. So I'm securing it, making sure that it does not get away, because it's going to have a lot of strain on it. Let me see if I got it. Yeah. Now, just like piping, I'm going to pipe this along. And I've got the stitching on a small stitch, which is probably a number 2, because I'm going to add a lot of pressure to it. I don't want it close up to the cord, because I need it to be free to pull out and to allow some room for the fabric that's going to go inside it, making it stronger still. So I've come to the end of my sewing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull the string out. Here you can see I've got one continuous circle. It's going round and round, and here is the string. So here's the start of where I started, and I trapped both ends, the beginning and the end of the string inside here, and here is the ending where I finished. So what I've done so far is I've cut all this down, but what I'm going to do, the trickiest thing now is that I've got to start pulling from this end. So now the trickiest thing is to get started from here. So I've got to push this fabric in on itself, and normally in the olden days we'd used to use a knitting needle to shove it in, but that will rip through. So I'm going to try use maybe a crochet needle and get it started, and when I get started then I'll pull, and then we turn the whole thing inside out. Suppose try not to make it too tight, the stitching up here. I wanted it to be as close as I can, but just don't make it too tight. It's going through. This is going to take some time, but this is the way you do it. Now, perseverance. And now coming to the end of the tape. So there's the beginning, and now we're coming to the end. Beginning and the end. So I'm going to cut this bit off, this bit here, and then thread the rest of it through. And that's it. So here we go. We cut this off, which is the beginning. And now we're going to continue by threading the rest of it through. So now, if you can feel it, this section here hasn't got any of the cord going through it, and this section has, but this is what's going to make it really strong. So that's what it looks like normally, and most of you probably would have used it normal because it's just as good. That's without the cord. And this is with the cord. So what we're going to do is we're going to make them loop, 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 and then that's what's going to have our buttons in it. So that's how you do it. And this is going to go on both sides of the dress, of the either the dress or the bodice. So that's done. A tip on how to do this.